Don't mind me in the same outfit for a lot of my videos because I'm going to be taking a lot today for like when I don't have like anything to say and post. I'm going to try to post at least once a week. But today, I'm going to try to get better set up too. Should probably clean my middle room, but I haven't yet, so I'm here. But today we are reacting to Paste Magazine American Horror Story seasons ranked from worst to best. You kind of can't see it, but I'm reacting on my iPad. I haven't read this now, and I'm gonna be reacting to what? Okay, let's see what the worst is. Oh, it only has 9. So I think this is before season 10 came out. Oh yeah, it's from like August 18th. Okay, here we go. Number 9 is Cult. Perfect. That's my least favorite too. Roanoke. Number 8. Okay, I see you, girl. I did not like Roanoke. I think the good part about American Horror Story is you know these characters for a lot of episodes, right? So you start to feel for them. So when they die, you feel for them. Unlike a horror movie where you only get to spend an hour with these characters, you get to spend so long at these characters, yet it's not like it goes on and on and on. As much as I love The Walking Dead also, it goes on and on and on with same characters when you get bored of them. Honestly, I don't think I'd get bored with most of the American Horror Story characters, but it's kind of like good. It's like the good middle between knowing them and not. And with a whole new set of new characters coming in halfway through Roanoke, like the people they're playing, and in a way it's like 3 different characters because it's the show characters, the people playing, the people from the show, the real actors, and the real people. Like, in a way, like, even the story is kind of different from, like, the real happenings. So, like, in a way, those are 2 different things, too. Like, so it's, like, 3 basically sets of characters, and they come in, like, towards the end, another set. And, like, it's, like, too much. Like, I don't mind like when a character comes in towards the end because like that's one character, it really doesn't throw you off or any of that, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, just disregard them. Like in Freak Show when that puppet dude, I forget his name, comes in with the puppet. I know the puppet's name is Marjorie because I love the actress. She did amazing as Nan, and of course she did amazing as, why did I just forget her name? I totally just blanked, guys. But you know who I'm talking about. I literally died over her death. It was so sad. Addie. Okay, 7 Hotel. Yes, okay. I did not honestly, I kind of liked Hotel, but I also didn't. I wouldn't place it in my faves, but it'd be like halfway maybe. Ooh, my low battery thing just happened, so that's why I did that. But so I'd place it about halfway on my personal list, and I'll probably do a personal ranker another time after I react to more of these type of things. But because I kind of liked it, I didn't connect to as many characters. That's back to Cult, number 9 on the ranking. Yeah, I didn't connect to almost any characters. I liked Allie. Her fears, I felt that because I used to have a lot of fears when I was younger. And I thought Winter was hot, but she was a bitch. Hated Kai. I know a lot of people simp over Kai, but not me. I mean, Evan Peters, even like, in my opinion, wasn't as attractive in that role. Even though I loved the blue hair thing, it was kind of greasy. No hate to Evan Peters. Love you, homeboy. But, 7 Hotel. Okay. Yeah, like I didn't connect to as many characters. It did bring us the wonderful Tristan and Liz romance, and our first trans character on American Horror Story, Liz, which honestly, Liz was an icon. I feel so bad for how the Countess took advantage of her, you know, in a way by helping her, and she thought basically she owed the Countess a lot of shit just because she helped. Like, and Liz didn't even ask for help. The Countess, of course, she's a ghost. Not really, no, not a ghost. She's a vampire. And in a way, like, not like, I don't know how to explain it. But in a way, she, like, owns the hotel, so she just goes into, like, all different rooms. So, like, it wasn't like Liz was like, hey, come help me, dude. Like, you know what I mean? But she, yeah. I loved her style, though, and it did bring us the amazing Lily Rabe performance as Aileen Wuornos. If they ever do, like, a serial killer season, I want 100% Lily Rabe to play Aileen Wuornos again because she was so spot on and wasn't even funny. She literally looked almost exactly like her. It was just fucking perfect, you know? Lily Rabe always does great on her performances, but oh my god, 10 out of 10. Okay, 6, Freak Show. I don't agree with this one. I love Freak Show. That's definitely in my top 4 personally. Because honestly, there wasn't really many characters I disliked. I honestly, I'm going to be honest. And this isn't because I don't like Emma Roberts, because I have the biggest love-hate relationship with her. Like, sometimes I think she's an icon, but she's really kind of like, I'm not going to bash her because, like, I mean, you know, I don't know, I'm not going to bash her because but she's just done some things that kind of shitty. But even though, like, I honestly never really super like her characters. Like, I think Madison Montgomery is an icon, 100%. I literally am getting the blue dress. But I'm going to be honest. She's not someone I want to be best friends with. I feel like she'd stab me in the back. She's not someone like, in a way I'm rooting for her, but I'm not sad when something happens to her, if you know what I mean. I'm connected, yet not connected to her. Like, in a way, even as a character, she likes to kind of, like, be mean to people, push people away. She never really has anyone super close to her that she lets super close to her. And in a way, it's also like that to the watcher. Like, you like her, but you never get super close to her. A lot of people actually hate her, but I like her. But I would say she's fashion-wise, one of my favorites. I love her fashion. I love her look. All her looks are iconic. But I wouldn't say personality-wise she's one of my faves. But back to Freak Show. Emma Roberts' character, I forget her name. Oh my gosh, but I know she was the tarot reader, the mystic. Esmeralda, that's the name. I didn't like her, how she treated Jimmy. But at least she treated Jimmy like that so we could get Bet and Dot with Jimmy because iconic, one of my favorite couples. And Freak Show brought a lot, you know. It made Pepper Pepper became a side basically from 2 seasons, and that doesn't happen a lot, and that's pretty cool. We got to know Pepper a lot more. If Freak Show didn't exist, we would hardly know Pepper. And Pepper is a great character. Poor soul, poor girl, she got wrongfully accused of killing a baby, but that's really in asylum. But honestly, Freak Show brought us a lot, and it's like really sad they put it at 6. It's a lot of people dislike the show. I feel like it's because it's like it's in a way you can't pinpoint it. You can't say it's the most goriest season, but you can't say it's the least goriest season. You can't say it's the most scariest season, but you can't say it's the least scariest season. It's like a middle season, but in a way, there's kind of a comfort in it, you know? And there's a balance. And you need balances in life in a way, too. You need the yin and yang. So in a way, Freak Show is kind of like a very balanced season. I feel like people a lot of times want extremes, especially in horror. And it's kind of nice to have a break from the extremes, you know what I mean? I love the extremes. I'm one of those people, but Freak Show, in a way, even though it's balanced, it didn't make it boring. And a lot of times, when you do get balanced stuff, it's kind of boring. It's kind of like you don't want to watch, but it's balanced in a way that's not like, it's like one extreme to the other extreme in a way. You know what I mean? Like 1 minute super gore. It's like really, I wouldn't say super gory, but it's gory. And then next minute it's kind of like the freaks just hanging out. You know what I mean? It's great. And it brought us like Elsa Mara's iconic blue suit. And I have her little bag downstairs somewhere. And it brought a lot of iconic looks. It brought Evan Peters singing Nirvana, for fuck's sakes, you know? And it gave me a new appreciation for Heroes, too. Jessica Lange doing Heroes, oh my god. That was fucking beautiful. It honestly has the best soundtrack out of all American Horror Stories, even though anyone knows me knows my favorite is Coven. Freak Show has the best soundtrack. And there is no change in my mind. Freak Show is the best soundtrack, like ever. Freak Show, best soundtrack. And it brought us so much that's like, putting it at 6 is like a disgrace. Like, I kind of somewhat agreed with and see the rankings of all the other ones. But so far, but Freak Show, no. That deserves to be up higher. You can't do my girls like that. And like, oh my god, Sarah Paulson's performance as Bette and Dot, playing like 2 totally different kinds of characters. Can you imagine how hard that is? Like, having to like shoot one side, then the other side, then the other side, then the other side, and be 2 different kind of characters and like be yelling at yourself. Like, the performances in this were just like top tier. And as you will learn, I kind of have a little bit from each season. Like, my favorite characters from a different season. Then my all-time favorite characters from different season. Then my favorite season. My favorite soundtrack is from different season than that. You know? And I have at least one in the list of different things that are from each season, almost. I mean, Roanoke, I can't say was my favorite for anything. I did like that they had the man in the piggy thing because it brought us back to Murder House and gave us a connection to Murder House. Otherwise, I don't think it really connected to anything except, Violet. When the medium says to Violet that she just got to say, I forget that thing, but it was said in Roanoke. It was Croatoan to just make those guys leave the house. But, yeah. Okay, 1984 is number 5. No. 1984 was good. I honestly really, it's like, again, it's like a season people love or they hate. I really liked. Sometimes my mind just, when I'm rambling on, my mind just doesn't work. I promise you, I know all their names. My mind just sometimes doesn't work when I'm rambling because one thought is before the other and like, you know, all that. But it brought us, Cody Fern's first performance, which was definitely something in the AHS first, but I don't think it's lingered as much stuff in the AHS first and gave us as much stuff as Freak Show. Like, it literally, Freak Show gave us a whole storyline with one person being in 2 storylines. It gave us like the most biggest connection, I have to say, in all AHS first. That's the biggest connection ever. I don't know about anyone that's appeared fully in 2 seasons. Yes, Lana Winters has reprised her role in other ones. Yes, Billie Dean Howard has been in other ones, but they weren't in the full seasons. It's the only seasons to have a character in fully 2 seasons, you know? But yeah, the AHS season 9, 1984, number 5. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe I would have put it at 6, personally. And I would have put Freak Show up way higher. But it did have some great things. I mean, I'm excited to someday go to Camp Redwood, get a little custom-made camp counselor t-shirt, you know? Oh, fuck, I'm mad. Coven is at number 4. Don't do my babies like that. That's my favorite season. Coven has brought us so many iconic things. I'm dead-ass getting a Bitchcraft tattoo on my thigh, and I currently have a Coven tattoo. It's my first AHS tattoo. I went to NOLA just to see everything, American Horror Story from Coven. And I saw some Freak Show stuff, but most of the Freak Show stuff was closed down. But I did get to see the diner that they said that the famous Pepper Meatloaf, and Elsa Mars saying stars don't pay. Those famous iconic things. I did get to see that one, but yeah, Coven is 100% my first favorite. Like it brought us so much. It brought us the iconic MILF, Fiona Good. And yes, I said MILF. Fiona Good is a MILF, and you can fight me on that. And it brought us literally, my sweatshirt. Like, does this not give it a, wrong side. Wait. Yep, wrong side. Does this not give away my favorite season? Oh, where is it? Is this not my American Horror Story sweatshirt? Oh, here we go. The next Supreme, see? But, so, yeah, honestly, like, it was so good. It gifted us so many different amazing characters. Misty Day, she's my second favorite character and first favorite female character, with also from Coven, Fiona Good as a good second. And the most iconic person with the most iconic fashion, Madison Montgomery. Okay, my phone's on 10%. I'm totally gonna have to finish this up soon, but it gave us Madison Montgomery too, the most iconic fashion person, I think, in AHS, in my opinion. She has the most iconic fashion. Apocalypse at number 3. I don't agree. Apocalypse was pretty good. I loved getting to see my boy Tate again, of course. Getting to see my favorite Coven members. And then see Madison talking with them was kind of iconic. And the Easter egg, the iconic Easter egg, there was a family named Montgomery that used to live here. I never connected the dots till then, and to this day I am 100% sure Madison somehow is related to Charles Montgomery. 100% sure Madison somehow is related to Charles Montgomery. And she was a star. He was a surgeon to the stars. I know that's a small connect, but already knowing the name, that's a connect. That's definitely a connect. But Apocalypse was a good season. It was definitely somewhat in my favorites because of all my faves, basically all my faves coming back, you know? But I really don't think that Apocalypse would be number 3. Asylum number 2. Okay. Asylum's definitely my top 5 too. Everyone knows I love Asylum. It has a first in it, of course. The first character I had the biggest love-hate relationship with, Sister Jude. Well, not really love-hate. I disliked her when she was a nun. She did do some things. I was like, you go, girl. Like, she said, like, something about stupid men or something to Dr. Arden, and I was like, you go. But all the things she did, I did not like. But then when she got admitted to the asylum, she became one of my favorite asylum characters. Honestly, I sit around the house singing the name game 24/7. And I mean, it's just crazy, like, how you can go from not liking someone to absolutely them being your fave, you know? But yeah, it brought us, of course, the iconic Lana Winters. And yeah, that's one of my favorite seasons too. I think Coven should be higher, and I think Freak Show should be higher. But I do think Asylum does deserve a top 5 spot. And of course, Murder House. Yeah, it definitely deserves in the top 5 spots. Murder House is number 1, of course. My boyfriend, my boyfriend Tate Langdon. Yeah, he's like my hugest TV crush. He's my top favorite character in all of AHS verse. I love Tate to death. Even though the things he's did we all know is the house. We've heard this 3 times about, or 2 times, and people keep writing this off, of course, because they always need a villain. Every season, you always need a villain. And what are you going to say? The house is the villain? So they pass it off on Tate, just like the house passed evil on Tate. And it's like, in a way, it even shows, like, how Tate was like, it was too, how, I just forgot the name. Michael was too even evil for him, like, you know what I mean? And then, the multiple times it's been mentioned it was the house, yet people still like to believe it's not. So yeah, this is my take on this, so bye everyone.